So, Los Angeles leaders create a task force to address surge in retail flash mob robberies. Flash mob robberies. That's the first time I've heard about that.
It is crazy. I randomly saw that too, and there's quite a few of them that have happened. I've never in my life heard of like 30 people just robbing a place all of a sudden.
Yeah.
How are they organizing it?
I'm curious how they're organizing it, or if it's local gangs. It was my number one thought when I was reading this was, okay, maybe it's a gang, you know, because you can't catch everybody. If you created some kind of plan where you're all going to run in there and whoever gets caught pretty much takes the hit, but then you put all your stuff together and divide it into everyone, like you're still going to get away with tons and tons and tons of product. And California took this serious, man. They have they put together a task force with 22 full-time investigators. That's not counting the part-time investigators, or like when you're becoming a police officer a lot of time and you're in college, you can go work at the police station. So I'm sure they have some of those guys that are a part of this task force as well. They claim everything is going good, and they said just some of the statistics were, when these high-end crimes are taking place, they cost anywhere between like $10,000 and $25,000. But then when I was doing research on this, I saw where there were a couple locations that had like in the high $30,000 worth. So it makes sense why they put a task force together like this, because I believe anything above 2,500, I think. I need to verify that. Call me out if I'm wrong. Anything above 2,500 is a felony. So, like, it depending on how many people that are doing that, like if you had 10 people, that's enough for all 10 to get a felony.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I have a family out in California, and they were telling me about it too, like how crazy it is.
Yeah. And here's 4 examples. So on July 3rd, 4 suspects wearing hooded sweatshirts and masks stole $32,000 of merchandise from Bloomingdale's in Westfield Century City Shopping Center. July 31st, 10 to 15 suspects wearing hooded sweatshirts and masks stole $100,000 worth of merchandise from a Gucci store in Westfield Century City Shopping Center. So if you guys didn't catch that, that's the same shopping center there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't catch it.
So it's got to be the same people. They only upped the ante, maybe.
So I wonder if they're organizing this like on the dark web or something.
Oh god, you can't market on the dark web. If they did this, I'm assuming it's through social media, or like I said, a gang, where they're not going to put it on social media. Because, like, people aren't going to find something posted on the dark web. On the dark web, you can only go to a very specific thing. There isn't like a board that will have all these things up there.
Is there any type of social media on the dark web though?
No.
Like where people, like a chat room? There's chat rooms.
Yeah, there's chat rooms, but you still have to know what that specific address is. There's no listing board. Now, for a while there were these websites that quite a few people knew about, and they would have a whole bunch of websites from the dark web up there where you could what was it called? Rainbow Road or whatever.
Yeah.
Where you could buy, all the illegal things. But going back here, August 12th, so basically 2 weeks after the July 31st of $100,000 from Gucci, a flash mob of about 30 people wearing hooded sweatshirts and masks rushed into Nordstrom's in the Westfield Topanga shopping center and sprayed a security guard with bear spray and stole $300,000 worth of merchandise.
Oh my gosh. That's a big one.
August 15th, so 3 days after, 11 suspects wearing hooded sweatshirts and masks rushed into Subi, a high-end Hancock Park retail shop, and stole $100,000 worth of merchandise. So if you guys weren't keeping count there, we're at what, 3, 4... So we're at like $450,000 between those 4 events there. That's insane. And it makes complete sense why they put this task force together.
So none of them have been caught?
It doesn't say. Based on what I'm reading here for this update, I don't see anybody being caught yet. But, you know, when you put a task force together, they're going to work hard to have a ton of evidence. So they might already have some of the people that they know they're going to arrest. Now they're just gathering evidence or waiting to catch them red-handed and following them. You know what I mean? Like normal investigative stuff.
I'm so curious who's doing it and how they're organizing it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to follow up on it.
I'm curious about the 30-person one because, like, a gang makes sense for, you know, 10 people, 12 people, whatever. But when you get up to the 30 people, like, that's a pretty big organized plan of action, you know? It's wild. It stands out. So I'm super curious about this. If you've ever seen one of these, not a flash mob, but the one where they're actually stealing things, leave a comment. I want to know how it was for you. Like, is it chaos in there? Are people scared? Are people, like, hiding from these people because it is so aggressive and over the top? Or, because I didn't watch any videos with this or anything. I just saw this posted and I was like, oh my gosh, that is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. A flash mob of theft.
Yeah, it really is strange.
Phew. Let us know what you think in the comments. And watch out for those flash mobs.
Flash mob robberies.
Yeah.